Mom's Kitchen. Tonight's going to be a quick one, but it's going to be kind of significant. We're going to do some meatballs, and it's a really, really super easy recipe, and there's not a lot of ingredients that are going to go into this meatball mix. I'm going to tell you why.
It's pretty ordinary for meatballs.
Yeah, but
what we're putting in it is...
Yeah, here's the kicker. The breadcrumbs are the bread bowl guts. Can you see that? It's going bloop, bloop. This is everything we pulled out of the bread bowl recipe to make the bread bowls. And I toasted everything off and made my own breadcrumbs. So these are already seasoned because our bread was seasoned. So not a whole lot's going to go in here.
Sorry for the camera shake. The dog's bumping me.
Okay, I will tell you before I get this done. I'm going to turn this down a little bit. And if you go back to our very first video, the one with the crappy lighting, this is it's starting to do that little weird volcano thing. This is actually my Crock Pot Marinara. We had that whole pot of sauce, and I just took one of the things out of the freezer, and we're going to zhuzh this up as well with our meatballs. So if you've watched my prior videos, you guys know that I like to do half turkey, half ground beef, whatever ground meat you prefer. I've got about half and half today. To that, we're just going to knock it off. I don't want to turn it down too much because I don't want it to get cool. We're just going to add a couple of things. So we're going to do eggs and breadcrumbs, just like a regular, I know that.
The noise from the styrofoam.
Polystyrene. We're going to do 2 eggs because this is going to be a big batch.
Okay.
Batch. A little garlic pepper.
Garlic pepper. Ugh.
And, I know, me too. A little Italian seasoning. The Italian seasoning mix. And some Parmesan cheese. What?
You're spattering.
Are we bubbling?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, we'll turn this down. Give it a quick stir. Hello. Knock it off. This smells so good.
It really does. Even when we were defrosting it, it smelled really good.
I know. I had to take them out of the freezer because that Crock Pot Marinara makes a lot. Okay, and then our seasoned breadcrumbs, which are the toasted off bread bowl guts.
Plus, toasting it kind of brings out a lot of the flavor, doesn't it?
It smelled so amazing in the oven when I was doing it. I'm like, oh my god, now I want bread. Alright. So that's really just a few, because a couple of things. We've got so much flavor going on in that sauce, and so much flavor that's already in the breadcrumbs. So if you keep adding things to your actual meatballs, I think it's going to be a little overpowering.
Yeah. You're going to get more of one than the other, right. And it's not going to...
It's going to taste like either garlic or, oregano.
Yeah.
And nobody wants oregano balls.
Yeah.
Or garlic balls.
Oregano breath, at least.
Alright. I need a little bit more
I've
breadcrumbs.
been tasting oregano for a week.
I like oregano. You want to know why I like oregano? I'm going to tell you. I'll tell you a story while I'm doing this. When I was little, I spent a lot of time with my grandparents. A lot. And I would do sleepovers. And my favorite thing in the world was when my grandmother used to make, do you guys remember Elio's pizzas? You know, the frozen pizza? The little square pizzas? They look like...
We had them in the freezer, for a long time.
Yeah. Well, that was my favorite thing. She would make me Elio's pizzas, and she would always tell me she was going to doctor them up. That was her expression. I'll doctor it up for you. And her doctoring up was a little extra cheese, a little bit of olive oil or something on the top, and a sprinkle of oregano. And just the toasting of the Elio's pizza with a little bit of toasted oregano, that smell reminds me of my gram. So I do happen to like oregano, and it actually is like a weird thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
A lot of the things that we do are weird.
Yeah, well, we're kind of gushed together. Okay. I know this, again, if you've seen any of my prior videos, I don't know how to make a little bit of food. There's always leftovers in my house.
That's like 8 pounds of meat.
It
right
is
there.
not. It's not 8 pounds of meat. A lot of it's breadcrumb.
Yeah, breadcrumb is like mostly air.
Okay. So we've got Crock Pot Marinara going on there. A really easy meatball recipe with just a few ingredients. And this is basically just to show you guys, because you know damn well all that's not going to fit in there.
It's just for the video.
Yeah. But we'll roll a couple of meatballs. I don't even think I have that on high. And we'll get them.
You barely had it on low.
I know. Get them toasting a little bit, you know, starting to fry in the pan. You can bake these instead of...
I would put them in a cooling rack.
Yeah.
So like
Yeah.
if you're using a lot more of like ground beef, it'll get greasy and you don't want your meatballs to sit in all that grease. Because no one wants a mouthful of grease.
I just use a little bit of the avocado oil. It's not going to make them greasy.
No, it's just going to make sure that
They don't stick.
And burn.
Alright, so we'll just do a couple, let them start doing their thing, and I'm going to show you what I'm going to do to my sauce.
Because I really have no idea what you're going to do with it, because... Yeah.
Oh, for the love of God. You don't trust your mother right now?
That's debatable.
Do you trust me with food?
That's debatable.
You're kind of a turd. Here we are doing cooking videos, and my kid's like, nah. She can cook sometimes.
Sometimes.
I don't ever hear you complaining. Like, ever. Right. Now this, I'm certainly not going to do this whole thing on camera.
I don't want to laugh too much because the camera keeps shaking every time I laugh.
Alright, so we're going to get those a little bit started. Let me wipe my hands down a little bit. Okay, so we're going to push this aside. Oh, for now.
Meat.
Now,
Meat.
I'm going to... Should I make a terrible joke right now?
I prefer you not to, but I think you're going to anyway.
I'm going to do just a few things to this marinara sauce, and it's going to be so good it's going to make you blush. There's my dad joke. About a half a cup of Parmesan. I couldn't even begin to tell you. That would probably be like if you were using...
And you already put Parmesan in the sauce when you were making it.
I know. Stay with me.
It's making a slop noise.
Oh my God. I'm going to turn that back up a little bit. Like if you were making this with like plain, like if you bought jarred sauce, oh please don't. Not when this marinara sauce recipe is so easy. But right now I think what I've got in here is probably the equivalent of like 2 jars.
Yeah.
So maybe, what are jars? They're more than 8 ounces, right? Usually like 12 ounces.
Yeah.
This is probably about 24 ounces.
If you get the jars that have like the measurements on the side, you can save those and use them for your own sauce.
Right. Yeah, they're not even. I'll just turn those puppies up.
That thing is temperamental because it gets way too hot and then it gets like not hot at all.
I know. We don't even need them cooked all the way through. That's kind of my point. So we'll finish this off.
Because they'll finish cooking in like when you put them with the sauce.
I'm gonna do that.
Okay.
I will. So first I'm gonna add some heavy cream and make this a creamy blush sauce. Oh yeah. It'll be cheesy. Can you hear that in the video?
I can hear. I don't know if the video picks it up, but
My husband watching YouTube in the other room.
watching woodworking videos.
That's a half. I may need a little more. Nope, that's good. That's actually the perfect amount for about that 24 ounces. About a half a cup of heavy cream. You guys, it just elevates it. It makes it, makes a mess.
And if you want to put more, you can.
I wouldn't. This is about the color. You can tell. It looks, it's like, you want it like a tomato soupy color?
Tomato soup.
Yeah, but this isn't tomato soup. But that's the kind of the color you want it. So I wouldn't do more cream.
Oh, now they're going.
Yep, I hear them.
I can smell them. We can smell it.
Now granted, we've got a couple of meatball recipes that are way more complex than this. But this is going into...
I want to try the one we were talking about yesterday.
Nick wants to deep fry meatballs.
In potato latke batter.
I know. We want to do... Actually, I'm going to do a video where we fry a lot of different things in potato latke batter. I think it'll just be fun. I want to do like veggies.
You can't go wrong with potato pancakes.
I'm sorry?
You can't go wrong with potato pancakes.
No. And that's a nice, easy recipe, too. That batter is really easy.
Yeah. Was it like flour, onion, and potato?
No, it's pancake mix. I use the actual pancake mix, but...
Well, people don't want to use pancake mix. They use flour.
That's true. But we just, totally gave away the whole... Now, why bother watching the video? She just told us what she's going to do.
We'll see. We'll fiddle with it.
Okay, so once this gets going, and it starts to bloop again... I didn't bring the lid, but I'll tell you, and you guys are highly intelligent beings, you'll understand when I say it. So you can actually finish off the meatballs in the sauce. So once they've got a little
color to them.
More than this.
Yeah, more than
just going to take too long.
More than just pink. A little
Just
bit
rolling
of
around.
caramelization on the surface
And that they're not too...
Are you bubbling over there? Yep, I saw that.
We're bubbling. And that's exactly where you want your sauce to be, and then you can turn it down a little bit. Maybe on medium, a little more than a simmer, and you can actually put your meatballs right in your sauce and let them finish. Nothing's going to happen that I'm doing it with meatballs that are not fried yet.
It really depends on what you want to do, like when you want to put them in.
I recommend them being cooked a little bit more than I have them here. I do. I'm not going to lie. They come out a little bit better. But...
It's not going to hurt anybody.
No. Just go ahead and let that simmer for about 45 minutes or so on a low to medium heat. Can you see how pretty it is in the pan?
It's lumpy.
There's meatballs in it, Nick.
I know, but all I see are lumps.
I know, but can you focus and see how pretty? It's pretty.
All I see are lumps. That's all I see.
Well, can you tell everybody these are meatballs in a
they are
sauce?
They are meatballs, yeah. They're gonna be good.
Really?
Especially with pasta.
Well, yeah, we're putting this over pasta.
You can do it in a bread bowl too.
That's a lot of bread, dude. Oosh.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
If people want to do that, then
yeah, no, I think that's
more
a lot
power
of bread.
to you.
We're actually going to serve this over pasta tonight. Any pasta will do. It's your personal preference. So once again, this is kind of like a I don't know, what do you want to call it? It's
like a recycling video.
Yeah, it's like a leftover upcycle. So our meatballs were made with breadcrumbs from our bread bowl guts from the bread bowl video. And our beautiful creamy blush sauce, the base is the Crock Pot Marinara from that video. Quick and easy meatball recipe. The only thing that takes time, obviously, is rolling them up. Give them a quick fry in the pan. Finish them off with your sauce. I recommend putting the lid on.
Or bake in the oven.
Or you can bake in the oven. And I do recommend when you're at this stage to put the lid on the pan. Otherwise, it's going to plop all over the place.
Go everywhere.
Right, and you'll end up with a crazy mess that you have to clean up. So that's it for today. Quick
like
and
right
easy.
now?
Yeah.
This is not scripted at all.
No. Nothing's scripted.
No, we haven't been scripted yet, thus far. So.
As everyone can tell. So
Yeah.
anyway, go to the other videos, check them out. If you find other, things to do with your bread bowl,
Share 'em.
yeah, bread bowl breadcrumbs or your crock pot marinara, share them with us, please. Find us on Facebook, Instagram, and please, please, please like and subscribe to our channel and share that with your friends. Ask them to subscribe. Without you guys, we can't keep cooking. So please stay with us for more videos, and until our next one, be blessed.